Talk of the West. Today, we're going to be reviewing my top footballs. Now, I don't have like the Wilson Omega or a real nice high school leather ball, but for youth and maybe I'm going to say anywhere from ages 11 to 16, these are my top footballs. So, I'm going to start off with one that's kind of geared, I'll put age range like 11-ish, but it's not the most high quality football, but it is definitely, the laces are really nice. So we're going to start off with this one right here, the Wilson NCAA ball, junior size right here. It's got, the grip is a little bit slick, and you can see I've used this before, and the laces are starting to come off, but the laces have gotten really dirty, but they're really soft compared to like the Wilson GST. But it is a rubber ball, so that means it's not leather. You don't have to treat it or anything. It's just rubber, and it's ready to go right out the box. But it doesn't have the most grip, and it feels a little small in my hand, especially when I'm gripping around the end. But that, just because I have bigger hands, and this is just kind of older ball. So, yeah. Out of 10, I would rate this probably, I'm going to go 5. 5 out of 10 for this ball. Okay, so the next ball I have is not really like a game ball or anything. It's like hard rubber. As you can tell, it doesn't really look like nice as ball. This is the 2-pounded football. Now, this is great for like working out at the park. If you could throw this, like I could throw something like 15 yards. If you could throw that, then it helps you increase your arm strength. So when you throw this ball, it makes you feel super light and you can really zing it. That's why I think that this football is a really game changer because it really builds up your arm strength. It's a 2-pound football. I think it's an intermediate size, so it's about the same size as a junior size, not quite high school, but it's a little bit bigger than like a youth ball. So I definitely, if you're really looking to build arm strength, I think this is the ball to build arm strength. I'm going to give this probably, I would say a 7 out of 10 for this ball right here. The next ball we have is the Wilson GST TDJ. So this is the same ball as this one, but the TDY, that's TDY, it's a TDJ. This one has a really nice, so it's a composite ball, so it's not quite leather, but it's not kind of rubber. So it's not like a real rubber, you have to treat it, and it's not quite that kind of rubber, but it's, or leather, but it's still leather. It's got a really nice feel. The laces are a little bit hard though, compared to this ball. It's about the same size as this ball. It's kind of a small, this one's kind of small and stockier, like, and this one's kind of longer, and this one's shorter, but they're about the same size. This one's a little bit bigger. But I'd say I definitely recommend this if you're throwing. I used this for about probably, I'm going to say 4 or 5 months. This was a really good ball. It's not too expensive. It's just a nice, easygoing GST. I really like the GST brand, especially for youth balls. They have a really nice grip. They work in all types of weather conditions, on turf, grass, whatever you want. But that's why I think I'm going to give this ball a solid 8. All right, the next ball up is the Nike Vapor 24/7 high school ball. So I use this to warm up before games. This isn't your typical leather or high school ball. For actually a high school player, I wouldn't recommend using this ball as a high school ball. But if you're a youth player and want to throw, it's a good transitional ball because it's got grip if you're used to like a rubber ball or a composite ball. It's got that grip of like that. And it's not too big. I've used it for a while now. The laces are nice. It's very clean. It works well in the elements. It does get a little bit slippery in rain when it gets wet. The ball gets slippery, so you might have to mud it a little bit to give it a little more tacky and grippy. But if I were to rate this ball, I'm probably going to give the Nike Vapor high school ball, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. Finally, so this is the Wilson GST TDY. This is my favorite ball for youth. It's got kind of a longer feel. It's perfect size, transitional size, going into high school. Since I'm in 7th grade, you can use it then. But it's got a really nice feel. You can zing it. It's just my favorite ball. I like everything about it. It works well in the elements. Same ball as this, but the Wilson GST, they also make leather balls, but this, I like the composite ball. The composite ball is not as expensive as the leather ball. It's just as good of a feel because you're not really going to use, once you get to high school, you want to get to a leather ball, but if you're still in middle school, I definitely recommend using a GST composite football. And if I were to rate this out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9.4. 9.4, 9.5 out of 10. Don't think it's a 10 because it's not The 10, I don't have it, will be like a Wilson Omega football, which are really nice, or like a high school GST, but I'm gonna give this a 9.5. Those would be my 10s. I don't have one on me, but this will be my 9.5. All right, thank you for watching. I want to give a special shout out to Mikey Pacheco. Yep, you want a shout out on this video, so you get one. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you next time on Talk of the West.